legal redress. Commission. The legal redress. Commission. The legal redress. Commission. The legal redress. Commission. The legal redress.
This is how we do it.
You a fool. You are an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, should start this video off by saying the redress right is pissed off. For what reason? For every reason. But we're not going to do that. Okay? Okay. Now, there is a lot of information, lot of information that we want to give you. Why? Because you need to have it. Why? Because this information is current as of March 22nd, 2012. Well, it's March 23rd, isn't it? Yes, it is. And it's 11:40 p.m. Why are you doing a video at 11:40 p.m.? Because I can't go back to sleep. So if I can't get any sleep, you can't get any sleep either. That's not fair. Life ain't fair, so live with it. Okay. Now, I want all of you to understand I have a young lady that I want to reintroduce to some of you because you ain't heard her in a while. This is my girl, Whitney. That's right. A young lady who changed the industry, and the industry will remain changed as a result of what she did. Can I get an amen? There you go. Now, we're going to turn the music down in the background, but I know this brings back some memories to many of you. I know Dolly Parton did this song, but I'm sorry. When this woman did this song, the whole world got to know what a bodyguard was all about. Okay? Kevin Costner became a real star. And we all know the movie wasn't all that. But the song did everything for that movie. So we're going to let her play in the background for right now with a bunch of other artists. Okay. Now, shall we get back? Yeah, we should get back. All right. What's going on with this video? Well, this video is going to let you know exactly how mortgages get paid off. See, we're taking you to the, well, let's highlight it so y'all can see it up close and personal. Electronic Code of Federal Regulations. Now, who does the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations? Well, let's look at these people over here. National Archives and Records Administration. You mean it's a government website? Of course it is. It's a government website. Should be a government website, huh? Okay, now what's going on with our codes? 508 accessibility. That's what we want to know about. We want some access. Not that access you get from the county, folks. We want some real access. Now, this is in 1998. President Clinton signed a Workforce Investment Act into law. Ain't that something that Clinton would sit up there and sign into law? Exactly what you would need to access items. What does it mean? It means accessibility to electronic information technology. So they put the information online. Look, currently GPO. Now, what's GPO? I don't care. It sounds like I don't know what it sounds like, but it sounds like something that we don't need to talk about. Government Printing Office is working to ensure that these electronic CFR pages and all other pages in the Government Printing Office access are Section 508 compliant, and that future pages will be created specifically, not pacifically, specifically, with these accessibility standards in mind. So we need some access. So let's get some access. When I started this off, I said we were kind of pissed off. There you go, Whitney. Let them know how pissed off we are. And you notice Jennifer Hudson could not do that right there. Why? Because that's not her octave. That's not her pitch. And so she had enough respect not to do that during those nice little Grammy Awards. All right, that's enough about Whitney. Ladies and gentlemen, we put this information out there, and we were pissed off that here it is, 2012. 2012. And this information has been up on the internet for over 20 years. It has been around for over 70 years. And nobody was talking about it? And don't give me none of that, well, such and such mentioned it in their video. I don't want to hear it. I watched all the videos on mortgages. And I didn't hear nobody talking about, oh, you just write pay to the order of without recourse on your mortgages and they get paid. You didn't hear nobody saying nothing like that. They're telling you the EFT to sit up there and hold one hand up in the air and wave it around and wait for lightning to strike, and there you go, your mortgage gets paid off. Or you pay me $85 billion and I get your $20,000 mortgage paid off. That's all people were talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, the United States Department of Agriculture, CFR, Codified Federal Regulation, Title 7, 1901, 508 is brought to your attention. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to 508 because that's the one where you just discharge it to the government. So let's get you the understanding again so that you understand what's happening. And we have to talk about electricity. That's right, because I want to thank y'all for letting me be myself again, okay? Okay, there you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they say that man's got energy. No, he ain't got no energy. He's just up late at night, and he felt like talking to some people. Y'all don't mind if I talk to y'all for a minute? Let's talk. All right, the United States Department of Agriculture is a very important department. Why? Because the Department of Agriculture controls so much. Every piece of property, cars, boats, yeah, but that's not agriculture, that's the seas. Trust me. And homes, whether they be mobile homes or stationary homes such as your house. Single-family dwellings or commercial dwellings, such as apartment buildings or commercial properties, all done through the United States Department of Agriculture. Why? Because everything is agriculture. That's right, folks. Everything is agriculture. Just get that in your mind. I thought everything was contract. Everything is contract. Well, how can everything be contract and everything be agriculture at the same time? That means that something don't add up. Well, that's the problem. It's not supposed to add up. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be all over the place so you can never find your place. Oh! Okay, so now you know. Now, pay attention under definitions because people been saying, what does insured note means? Well, under definition number 10, it says insured note means any promissory note or bond evidencing an assured loan regardless of whether it's held by the Farm Housing Association or its successor agency under public law, in the insurance fund, by private holder or by Farm Housing Association or its successor agency under Public Law 1035354 as trustee. You see, they are, let's get this to highlight, they are the trustees. Trustees, fiduciaries. They have a fiduciary responsibility. Fiduciary. They're there to serve you. And an insured note is any promissory note evidenced by insurance, regardless. Regardless. That doesn't mean you need to guard it. It means it doesn't matter who holds the note. Do you get it? By a private holder. You are the private holder. Now it says promissory note or bond. Isn't a birth certificate on bond paper? Isn't a car loan on bond paper? Isn't a dollar bill on bond paper? And they're all insured. Well, how is a mortgage insured? I don't understand what it means by insured note. Every mortgage must have insurance. Sorry, I had to apologize. I haven't heard this song in a long time. And the fact is, I know the song, but I had to... Sylvia, it's been a long time. She's talking about pillow talk. Okay. And this is the time of night to have pillow talk, ain't it, y'all? Well, getting back to insured notes. Everybody who gets insurance must have, gets a mortgage, not insurance, must have insurance. It's called mortgage insurance. You pay for it when you sign the mortgage. It's part of the mortgage. We told y'all this months ago, that you paid for the insurance on the mortgage default insurance is what it's called. So when they go ahead and foreclose on you, what you're not doing is filing a claim with the insurance carrier. Imagine that. You notice how the bank never tells you who the insurance company is? That's okay, because when you do so under the Privacy Act of 1974, and you give them a request for such information and they fail to provide it, can't do that. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. They can't do it. You can then go after them for failing to provide information required under law. It's actually a federal law that says that they must provide it. It's the Privacy Act of 1974 and the Freedom of Information Act of what year? 1974. Four was a good year. I do believe that was a Henry Ford year. So just remember, 1974, Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, and the Privacy Act. Just Privacy Act of 1974. Those are your best friends when it comes to getting information from any agency that purports to be a government agency. Well, how is my mortgage company a government agency? Because they all are membered agencies or agents of the Federal Reserve Bank. And if they're membered agents or agencies of the Federal Reserve Bank, that means that they're a government agency, which means they fall under FOIA and the Privacy Act of 1974. Okay, now let's move on, shall we? Well, we weren't holding you up. Yes, you were. You were still asking questions, and I hadn't gotten there yet. Now, what we tell you to do is we tell you to go to this site. See that site right there? Electronic CFR, GPO, Access, Government, CGIT, text dash IDX, question mark, C equals EFCR, and SID, you remember SID, equals IDD. I'm not going to go through all these numbers, just pause it and type it in. And then you want to go down to, or you can, to better yet, you want to go to not 503, but 508. Uh-oh, that's 9. We don't want 9. 508. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to save this one. Okay. Then we want to look at number 5, midway down, and what appears to be an I, but it is a 1. And it tells you that everyone, don't keep to yourself or charge them. Now look at this. It don't tell you that. It just says give this to everyone. Don't keep it to yourself. You receive free, so give free. I can't believe you doing this for free. Everybody else be charging. There's got to be some hidden charge somewhere. Everybody else charges. I know you're going to give us a catch somewhere along the line. You're going to tell us that everything you did cost us $100 billion quadrillion. You ain't like everybody else. You like everybody else. That's amazing, huh? People, from day one, we told you that the Legal Redress Commission would provide this information free of charge. We told you that eventually we would be charging for some services. That is coming pretty soon. The Legal Redress Commission is officially a corporation. Officially. And the Legal Redress Commission, being officially a corporation, will now be assisting individuals in redressing their wrongs via credit ratings. But we'll talk about that in a very near future video. Okay? Now, notice what the next paragraph says. It says, you endorse the mortgage paid to the order of the United States of America without recourse. You know what people ask me? Do you have proof that that's what you're supposed to do? Really? Do I have proof? Do I have proof? 85,000% proof is what I got. That stuff will knock your neck back. Promise you. Okay, so let's go with our pay to the order of the United States of America without recourse. It says to 103-354, successor agency under public law, the bank, and send it with the form RD 45120, correctly filled, to the CFO of the bank mortgage. Keep copies for yourself. Well, guess what we're going to do? You see that 1951D? And this thing talks about, where's that 1951? Oh, y'all ain't seen 1951? 1951 ain't no year. 1951 is a CFR. Okay? You see 1901? Well, we got to find what 1951 is all about because, whoo, doggy, 1951 is the, you know what I mean. All right, so here we go, people. We learned about CFR, why it's up there. We know that it's a government information site. Why? Government printing office. Hey, Shaka Khan, and you know that other guy that she used to sing with, Rufus, they want to tell y'all something good, okay? Okay. People, yeah, we rolling, we rocking, we got it going on. That's what we do. Now, some of y'all may not be into this, and I can't help y'all for that. Servicing and collections. Final payment on loans. Uh-oh. RD instructions. 1951D. Say it ain't so. No, I'm not going to say it ain't so. Oh, come on. Say it ain't so. No, why would I say it ain't so? Oh, come on. All you got to do is say it ain't so and we can move on. No, I'm not saying that. Why would I say that? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I say something ain't when it is? But no, you're not saying it ain't. You're saying it is. Then why can't I just say it is so? No, you got to say it ain't so because that's the way the phrase go. No, I'm not saying it that way. I'm going to say it is so. No, just say it ain't so we can move on. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an argument and conversation between two idiots. All right, you take a look at this site here, http://dev.usda, United States Department of Agriculture.gov/support documents with an S /1951D.pdf. You want the PDF? We're going to put it on our site. It will be on our site tomorrow. Okay, sorry. Now, let me help you understand 1951D. Not yet. We're going to do that in a moment. We're going to go to 1901-508. Okay? Okay, if you say so. This ain't it. So we want to go to, I don't know. I'm just going to have to type it in here. We got 19, That's a 0. 901.508. Did I do a 9 again? Yeah, it's dark in here. 08. There we go. It says go, and so we gonna go. Oh, I'm tethering, so it's gonna take a minute, y'all. I don't want it to take a minute, but it's just what it takes, okay? We gonna give it what it takes and keep giving until it can't take no more. I'm not going to hit those notes. That woman can hit some notes, y'all. We should have done 1508 here. But you know what? It gives us definitions. Foreclosure fraud. Promissory note, bond, everything secure note regardless. Now, you notice don't want that. No. We want to go back. Okay, now here is foreclosurefraud.org message board. The only problem is, I wonder if they're telling people to put on their promissory notes, paid to the order of, without recourse, blah, 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 blah. So let's go here. Let's see what is said. Computerized. You can't find the file. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all on that stuff? They got to be on that stuff, y'all. Okay. CFRTITLE 719 1901-508. I'm trying to remember things, but I'm listening to Computer Love. Anyway. Oh, y'all don't remember Computer Love? Oh, go back and watch Menace to Society. That was me, y'all. Riding down the street doing exactly what he did whenever I would get a new car painted. Well, not a new car painted, but a new paint on an old car. All right. But I don't see no faces on my computer screen. Do y'all see any faces? Of course y'all don't. Now, we're going to get here to definition because it's going to tell you the purpose, definition, chattel security, and note-only cases, satisfaction and release of satisfaction and release of documents? You mean the loan being satisfied? Of course that's what it means. Authorization, state supplement, lost notes. What do we do about a lost notes? They got all of this information. What we're going to show you is these are their rules, their regulations, step by step, how banks pay off mortgages, how the Treasury pays off mortgages, how you are to pay off a mortgage. That's what we're here for. You know what? It ain't gone nowhere. Post a message. We're going to check out this site and see if they're talking about pay to the order of without recourse at foreclosure fraud. Because they're sharing knowledge. Knowledge is not meant to be shared, folks. I assure you, knowledge is not meant to be shared. We're going to copy, and as you see, we're going to go back forward. And, it looks like it finally got there after I go through all of that. Servicing insured notes outstanding with investors. But we're looking for the Gov site. We're not looking for just any old site. This is a video. No, we're looking for the .gov site. Government Printing Office. That looks like the site we're looking for. Not really, but we're going to go there because I think that might be the site. I don't think so. That might be the site. We're going to go. So let's go. Let me turn down my people over here. You know, as a matter of fact, this song, that's Roger and Zapp. Yeah, I was about to look to see who it was by, but I remember Roger and Zapp. Okay. They were the ones using that synthesized voice. Okay, let's see. Okay, have a document examiner look at the documents? No. People, all that mortgage audit and all that stuff, you don't need to do that. There is no reason for a mortgage audit. You just send it to the stupid Treasury CFO. Well, what Treasury CFO do you send it to? There's only one Treasury CFO. The Treasury is the CFO for the United States of America. No, they're not. Yes, they are. The Treasury is the chief financial officer for the corporation. So wait, then who do you send it to? You send it to the head office of the Treasury. Well, what head office? Washington, 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue. Think it is Southwest, but I'm not sure. So type it in, Treasury, corporate office. You'll get 1500 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C., 20220. And that's it. That's it. Certified mail. You don't need delivery confirmation or signature return card, just certified mail. And you keep the slip, because you can go online and prove that it was delivered by a process server. What do you mean process server? All postal employees under law are process servers. Really? Yes. Oh. Okay, we will move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Government Printing Office, United States, GPO. See, we learned who they were a moment ago. Let's scroll down, folks. Let's scroll down. Agriculture. I told you everything is agriculture. It wasn't supposed to jump. It ain't supposed to jump. And it's jumping. Okay, let's move on. Wrong button. Move on over. Move over. Okay, let's... 508. Don't want that. Servicing insured notes outstanding with investors. Hold on, please. Spring is here. Got allergies. Okay, shall we move forward? Okay, we can move forward. Hey, you know what? It gives me a PDF option. So I'm going to PDF this sucker. So I'm going to let it PDF while we go back here. And then I'm going to download that. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not looking for any of this. I'm looking for 508, where we just was. Wait a minute, something ain't right. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. Table of Contents, 1901. Program related, 1901, 507, 508. Got to be in here somewhere. There you go, servicing. Let's do the PDF of that one too, shall we? Okay, we shall. Okay, so we got this one. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? But it's not enough. It only gives me part of it. Doesn't give me the whole thing. What's up with this? Well, because you didn't press the right one. Well, what's the right one? He didn't say anything about the wrong one. He just said press it. That's what you get. Okay, we got to close this one because that ain't what we're looking for. Like I said, I want PDF. Okay, so we're going to pull up 508. And we're going to go back because this is not the site we want. We're looking for the actual law, the actual code. Well, maybe if you push the XML, maybe it might give it to you. Well, I don't know. I never pushed an XML before. But maybe it might give it to me. Yeah, maybe it might. So let's go down to 508, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. You know what? I don't really like this song. It's Boys to Men. And if I want to sing about something like this, I'm not going to do it in public. God. Okay. Oh, it's been 7 years. Y'all know about this, don't y'all? I said 7 years. She says 7 years. Hey, gentlemen, ladies, written by Prince. Okay, Nothing Compares by Sinead O'Connor. Like I said, I'll bring you back. That's right, I'm a music connoisseur because I can't live without my music. And she's talking about me. She's saying nothing compares to me, and she's absolutely right. I's one of a kind. Now, people, this is 508. Come on now, straighten up. Okay. Now, you see that? That's a 1. That's a 2. That's not an I, and that's not a double I. That's a 1 and a 2. So what you're going to do is go to 508. Let's prove it. 1901, 508, the double S, these are two S's on top of each other, stands for subsection. Subsection, which means they're under 1901. Subsection 508. Servicing insured notes outstanding with investors. What does insured note mean again? Let's see. Sinead, help them out. Any promissory note. Any promissory note. Any promissory note. So an insured note is a promissory note. What's a promissory note? A mortgage. And several other things, but we just want to focus on mortgage. So we have to, 1901.508, we have to go down to 5. Well, how do you find 5? Well, you look along the side there, you see that's 2, 3, 4. Well, that's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. Payments transmitted by the FMHA. The reason why the M is lowercase is because the FM, farmers, are together. Okay? It should be FHA, but that would be too difficult for people because I think that acronym would associate with something else. But let's continue. Okay. And you go to 1. So 5, not C, but 5, 1. And let's, Sinead, let them know that nothing compares. Okay? You know why she's saying nothing compares to me? Because I've been wondering how come nobody else has been showing this to people. How many months have I been telling you all? The holder will endorse the insured note as follows. Who's the holder? I am beholden. Well, let's find out who the holder is. Insured note means any promissory note or bond evidencing an insured loan regardless if it is held by Farm Housing Administration or its successor agency under public law, in the insurance fund, or by a private holder. You are a private. Stand at attention when I'm talking to you, private. Okay, you are a private holder. The holder. You have a copy of your mortgage note. You are holding it. So hold on to that thought and don't let it go so that you can understand what's going on. The holder will endorse the insured note as follows. Pay to the order of the United States of America, period, without recourse. Well, do you endorse it on the front or the back? I endorse it at the very top because I want to have control over the whole instrument. And I'm now endorsing them on the back side too with my printer. That's right. I'm printing it up on my computer. Let's see if we can pull up one so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Let's do it again. That's not what I'm looking for now. That's what I'm looking for. Resent. Printer. Pay to the order of. That's one of them up there. Nope. 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 I know I did one. I just did one recently. Legal? No. Are you lost at sea? No, I don't know where it is, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Financial? Nope, sorry, don't know. Don't know where it is, but I do pay to the order of. I put it on a piece of paper, put it at the very top, and I run those documents through my printer. And it prints it up for me so I don't have to hand write it. And then I put my corporate seal right across the top. That's right. Right across the top, I put my corporate seal. You guys have seen the document. Oh, that's my girls, y'all. She's been crying for me, y'all. Okay, let's minimize that and let's get back here. It says that you will. Whenever the word will, shall, must occur in any law, it means that it is mandatory. Well, can I do it paid to the order of the United States Treasury without recourse? No. Does it say paid to the order of the United States Treasury without recourse? Then no, you can't do it. It says you will endorse the note as follows. So quit sitting up there doing what you want to do. Follow instructions. These are instructions, people. These are instructions. The holder will then deliver the endorsed note. This is an endorsement, not a signature. Well, technically it's a signature, but it's an endorsement, a proper endorsement, together with the insurance agreement. Well, what insurance agreement are they talking about, baby? Ladies and gentlemen, the insurance agreement is part of the note. You'll read it. It speaks about you having to maintain insurance on the property. But the property already has insurance. It's called mortgage default insurance. It's part of the note. To the director, chief, finance office, CFO. Now, on receipt of the endorsed note, when they receive the endorsed note, certified mail, with the accompanying insurance agreement, the actual note has the insurance agreement, so they are together. The director, chief, finance office, or chief financial officer, will acknowledge receipt of the note and process payment to the assigner for the par value of the note as of the date of the treasury check. Woohoo! Woohoo! Treasury check? We've heard about these treasury check things, haven't we? The date of the treasury check. What treasury check are they talking about? Interesting. The original date, when they first did it, paid to the order of. The director of the finance office for the mortgage company will go back into their records. They will acknowledge receipt of your document, and they will process payment to the assigner for the par value, the original value of the note. Look it up, par value. Do a Google, legal term for par value. Sorry. Sorry. Y'all know my boy. Okay. He ain't around no more. He checked out before Whitney did. That's not fair, y'all. These people checking out without paying their full bill. That's Rick James, y'all. Okay? For a time there, Rick James was the man. But, you know. All right. The par value of the note as of the date of the treasury check. All right. Now that we've gotten this out of the way, now that you know that you are just placing on your note, you're not sending an EFT, you're not sending an international money order, you're not sending a dollar bill, you're not sending a treasury money order.
You're not sending anything else other than a note.
And paid to the order of the United States of America without recourse. Okay? Now, I'm doing this very same thing in the acquisition, not purchase, but acquisition of an automobile. Well, you're saying, how are you doing that? The exact same way. I'm getting a note from the auto dealership. It's called a contract. A promissory note is a contract. It's a, well, no, hold on to this. I want y'all to get it because some people don't understand. It's a promise. You see that word? Promise to pay. That's all a promissory note is. I promise I'm going to pay you as soon as I get paid next week. If you can give me a hamburger today. Hamburglar. No, that's actually, I forgot that character's name on Popeye. Oh well, I forgot it. I hated Popeye. I thought it was a really corny cartoon. Well, you're corny. That's why you didn't like it. No, I thought it was a backwards cartoon. It wasn't keeping up. That cartoon was so old. You know, they could have made it more modern. And they could do a modern version of Popeye, but they're not going to, are they? I mean, they've done modern versions of Bugs Bunny and all these other cartoons. Why not Popeye? Well, we'll talk about that another time, okay? Let's not deal with that now. See, I knew you guys wasn't going to want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. You only want to talk about what you want to talk about. That was the other thing. I had a gentleman call me the other day, And I told him how every time I talk to people, I don't want to talk about this stuff. I talk about this stuff all day long. I go to sleep with this stuff on my mind. Okay, all the time. And I'm tired. This is all I do is talk about this. I don't want to keep talking about this 24 hours a day. I mean, to them, well, they're not talking about it 24 hours a day. They just started talking about it, and here I am talking about it. I don't want to talk about it, but they don't understand my life. And somebody's going to talk about love,
Life and flight, okay?
Now, you guys may not understand about paradise, okay, and giving somebody what they're missing, but that's what we're doing right now, taking y'all to paradise and giving you what you've been missing. Okay, now if you don't know, this is Stevie, the boy wonder. Okay, we're going to give y'all what y'all been missing. The reason why this works, because this is their rules, this is their laws. They have to provide remedy. Remember, that is the law. They have to provide remedy. Well, what's the remedy? Let's see. Instructions for 1951D, servicing and collections. This is how the government services mortgages and do collections. Part D is final payment on loans. So how do we process a final payment? Well, we can't even go back there, can we? No, we'll just have to go here. Let's do purpose and definition. Because it says funds remaining in supervised bank account. There's always going to be funds remaining, especially if you've been paying down on the note. Determining amount to be collected. Delivery of satisfaction, notes, and other documents. Method of delivery. Okay, I'm going to have to pause this because it's not time, and I got to correct something. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We don't want to go over the entire document. We're going to leave some research and study to you. Like I said, our job is not to sit up here and drag you to the water. No, our job is to sit up here and tell you, there go the water, now go get a cup. Okay? We're not here to pull you, throw you in the water and say, take a swim. No, we're here to say, you're going to need this when you get up to this water because it might be cold. Okay? So, oh, that's right. We need to save this document. This is, we're going to title it UCTION for mortgage payments. Hey, oh, wrong button. Okay, it's in the dark. My keyboard doesn't light up. So, all right. Now, we're saving this. Uh-oh, forgot what folder I saved it to. Oh, desktop. Okay, get rid of you. All right. Now, the purpose. What's the purpose? This subpart prescribes authorizations. Let's make it large. Oh, we can't. It's a PDF. Well, let's do this. We just did it. We did it right here. Love, light, and flight. Hey. Mm-hmm. Hey, because it's love, light, and flight. Now, if you don't like Stevie, let me explain to you about Stevie, y'all. That man also changed the industry. Not single-handedly, but almost. We're going to make this just a little bit small. That's too small. Let's see. All right, that's not what I want. We're going to have to go one more big up, okay? We know what this word is, utilities. Stevie, you got to quiet down. You're too loud. Okay. He's waited all his life. Nobody was given. So here at the Legal Redress Commission, that's all we're doing is giving you what everybody else has refused to give you. Look, I'm not the one who discovered this. The only thing I did was took a phrase. Somebody said somebody paid off their mortgage with just putting a phrase on it. Paid to the United States Treasury without recourse. And I said to myself, no, that can't be true. But then I said, wait a minute, it sounds like it might be true. And so what did I do? I put the phrase in Google. And at first I didn't pull up much, trying to get the page to straighten out. So let's go back. Okay, that's good enough for now. And after I put the phrase in there, I put it in quotations because I'm looking for the exact phrase. The other phrase just pulled up everything with all those words in it. Pay, then to, then order, then of, then you, then S, then treasury. And I didn't feel like looking through all of that. So I put it in quotations. And lo and behold, I came up with 1951 508. These are under 1951 definitions. Subpart D. So 1951 151, this subpart prescribes authorizations, policies, and procedures of the Rural Housing Service, RHS, Rural Utility Service, RUS, for its water and waste program,
and Rural Business Cooperative Services,
RBS, herein referred to as agency. Rural Business Cooperative Services. Look at that. Where's the C? Why isn't it RBCS? Because that acronym stands for something else. Hey, I don't know who this is, but I like the way that started off. Now, let's see. They're called, it's the Blues, it says, but it says Rare Earth. Never heard of them. But a connoisseur nonetheless. Like I said, I like the way it starts off. Your love is faded. All right, getting back. As the agency. What's the agency, people? Mortgages. For purposes of final payments on, wait, now y'all not hearing me though. For purposes of final payments on all loans. That doesn't mean some loans. That doesn't mean a couple of loans. It says all loans. This subpart does not apply to direct single-family housing customers or to rural rental housing or rural cooperative housing or farm labor housing programs, the RHS. This subpart does not apply to water waste programs of the Rural Utility Service. Let's see if we can get that to clear up. Okay. Now, watershed loans, resource conservation and development loans, which are serviced under Part 1789 of this title. In addition, this subpart is inapplicable to Farm Service Agency, farm loan programs. So people say, well, it said to direct single-family housing customers. Really? Oh, you mean that we can't do a loan between each other and then pay each other by doing pay to the order of Brett Jones and then discharging it through the Treasury? Of course you cannot. You see, you see how this is capitalized? It's not saying it doesn't apply to single-family housing customers. No, single-family homes. So this phrase is used purposely. So, no, it does not apply to us buying homes because it's the Rural Business Cooperative Services. Okay, that's what it applies to. So let's go on, shall we? Just in case somebody was misunderstanding what they were putting there, just in case you did not want to understand what they were putting there, let's find out what a mortgage is to make sure that it applies. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe y'all missed the point. So let me bring the point. For processing final payment on all loans. All loans, not just some of them. Okay, definitions. As used in this subpart, mortgage includes real estate mortgage, deed of trust, and any other form of security instrument or lien on real property. Amazing, Mommy. Chattel security and note-only cases. Oh, God. It says, if a loan... Wait, hold up. Let's make sure. Come on now. Straighten up, page. Nope, not enough straightening. There you go. If a loan secured by both real estate and chattel is paid in full, the chattel security instrument will be satisfied or released in accordance with subpart A of part 1962 of this chapter. So you're going to have to go to subpart A of 1962. See, right now we're at 1951, so you're going to have to go to subpart A of 1962. We're not going to go there now, but we're going to tell you need to go there because it deals with both real estate and chattel. Now, when a loan is evidenced only by a note and the note is paid in full, the county supervisor will deliver the note to the borrower in a manner prescribed in 1951-155. We're about to go there. We're almost there because this is 1951-154. Satisfaction and release of documents. Ooh, release of documents. They're going to release some documents? What type of documents? Well, let's find out. Oh, it talks about the county supervisor, so I don't know who that county supervisor is. I know that every county has a supervisor. Authorization. The county supervisor and district director are authorized to execute the necessary release. Now, notice what it says, and satisfactions and return of security instruments related to documents to the borrower's satisfaction. Satisfaction and release of security document takes place. Let's see why they take place. Upon payment in full of all amounts owed to the government, including any amounts owed to the loan insurance account, subsidy, recapture amounts, all loan advances, and other charges to the borrower's account. To the borrower's account. You mean to tell me the borrower has an account with the government? Yeah. Paid in full of all amounts owed the government. You created a debt and it's never been discharged. Okay? And so upon receipt of full payment, look, it's to be endorsed, paid to the order of the United States of America without recourse. So guess what? You've paid it. Now it says subsidy recapture amounts. Well, basically what it's saying is that the government recaptures the loan this way because once they paid for it, they own it. I know, but for right now we're just trying to get the junk paid, okay? Upon verification through the account information, AI. Account information means AI. I thought it stood for unofficial, unintelligent. Oh, my bad. Screen, the amount of payment received is sufficient to pay the full amount owed by the borrower, or, there's that or, when a compromise or adjustment offer has been accepted and approved by the appropriate government official. Who's the government official? The bank, in full for settlement of the account, and all required funds have been paid. Guess what, people? We're gonna do a special subpart right here, okay, because this is a PN. Now, I don't know what a PN stands for, but I know what a PM is, and we done passed the PM because it's 1244. So we are so past the PM. Let's go down. Okay, let's go up just a little bit, Okay. State supplement. The state director, with the advice of the Office of General Counsel, will issue a state supplement and the necessary forms for releasing and satisfying the real estate security instrument. Any unusual cases that are not covered by the state supplement will be handled in accordance with advice obtained through the Office of General Counsel. Lost notes. When a paid in full note is not available because it has been lost, misplaced, or destroyed, the county supervisor obtained from the state office a form of affidavit of lost note to be executed by the county supervisor, and if appropriate, the holder of the note, respectively. You have to do an affidavit saying that you don't have a copy of the note, that the note's been lost, and pay it to the order of the United States of America without recourse. But you have to contact the county supervisor. Who that would be, I can't tell you at this time because I haven't done the research on this part just yet. I'm going over this document for the first time today. But shouldn't you have gone over it before you did the video? No. You have to learn when I'm learning. I don't learn and then you learn. No, we learn together. This is a partnership, y'all. God, what's wrong with you people? All right. After the affidavit has been executed, meaning signed under penalty of perjury, the release or satisfaction may be processed in the usual manner as provided in the state supplement. And so the state has a process too. You have to find out who that county supervisor is and ask them, how do you handle this process according to 1951-154? The original affidavit will be delivered to the borrower, and an executed copy will be retained in the borrower's case file. If the foregoing is not sufficient under state law to effect release of the mortgage, the case will be handled in accordance with the advice obtained by the Office of General Counsel. So your county supervisor, and I don't believe the county supervisor is the bank. I believe it is the actual county supervisor for the county. That's their job. County or district office actions. Funds remaining in supervised bank accounts. Let's find out what happens to those funds, because you've been paying on your mortgage for 10, 15 years, and all of a sudden, what's the problem? Well, if they get the par value, which is the original value of the note, if they get that, then aren't they getting over? Yes, but first we want to just worry about getting the note paid off, and then we can work on taking care of their ignorance later. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Y'all understand? I'm hoping so. So let's go forward, shall we? Because we don't want to go backwards. That's too many other people doing that. I need to get it so I can see it. Okay, right now this will do. Funds remaining in supervised bank accounts. When a borrower is ready to pay the loan in full, any funds remaining in the supervised bank account will be withdrawn and remitted for application to the borrower's account. Remitted for application to the borrower's account? It says, wait a minute. I got to get rid of that. It's in my way. If the entire principal of the loan is refunded after the loan is closed, the borrower will be required to pay the interest from the date the note to the date of the receipt of the refund. You get a refund. You get a refund under 1951. Let's go up so they can see. 155. 1951, 155. Straighten up page. Determining the amount to be collected. The amount to be collected for the payment in full of all loans made by the applicable agency will be obtained by accessing the AI account information screen on the computer terminal. Requests for payoff balances on all accounts will be furnished in writing in a format similar to Exhibit A of this subpart, available in any agency office. As in Exhibit A, the format used should require verification of payoff amount by 2 employees of the servicing office. So if the home was purchased in Los Angeles, like mine was, now we ask for this information based on this law. Now notice, this is the interesting part, people. Come on, straighten out, Paige, so we can get through this. These people been waiting for this information. Okay. the county supervisor will process and forward Form RD451-2, Schedule of Remittance, covering the remittance which paid an account in full to the finance office. In an unusual case where the circumstances require delivery of an insured promissory note that is held by a private holder, see, private holder, remember up there it talked about single homes? No. Private holder, the finance office will automatically request the investor to forward the note to the county supervisor. If the county supervisor does not receive the note within 30 days, the finance office will be notified to follow up on the request. When the insured note is forwarded to the county supervisor, the paid note may be returned to the borrower and the mortgage securing it will be satisfied in accordance with paragraph C, 1 and 2 of this section. Community development managers may, come on, straighten up so we can see what it says. I was so successful, y'all. Well, I think that's all it says. Yeah, it doesn't say anything below that. Okay. Now, revision number 4. Oh, that's why it says may, because that's the end of the page. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now we're finding out how to get paid for these mortgages that got paid and we didn't owe any more money on. They got paid in full and we've been paying on it for years. They owe us. I just want to show y'all. And that's what I'm working on now. And this morning I called Wells Fargo based on this information, but now I'll call the county supervisor for the county of Los Angeles to get this information. Obtain advice from the Office of General Counsel through the state office if there are questions concerning the above provision. That's right. You'll call the supervisor first, then you'll call the Office of General Counsel. Security satisfaction releases will conform to the requirements under state law and as supplemented by state supplements. In a situation where the rural housing loan is paid in full and there is a payment assistant recapture receivable balance to the borrower, that the borrower elects to delay repaying, the amount of the subsidy to be repaid will be determined when the principal and interest balance is paid. The mortgage securing agency debt will not be released of record until the total amount, come on now, owed to the government is repaid. To permit graduation or refinancing by the borrower, the mortgage servicing the subsidy owed may be subordinate in accordance with the conditions of 7 CFR Part 3550. Community Development Manager receiving final payment in form other than cash. Now notice this. They receive final payment in the form of a treasury check, but in payments other than cash, United States Treasury check, cashier's check, certified check, money order, bank draft, or check issued by an institution to determine by the agency that's financially responsible. Come on. Will not release the mortgage and paid note until after. Okay, so we told you it takes about 30 days, but it says receiving final payment in a form other than a U.S. Treasury check. Okay, there's a 30-day waiting period. The payment in full of the account will then be verified by a transaction record received from the finance office and or confirmation through access to the borrower's account under the automated discrepancy processing system. If other indebtedness to the agency is not secured by the mortgage, the community development manager will execute the satisfaction or release. When the stamped note is delivered to the borrower, the community development manager will also deliver the real estate mortgage and related title papers, such as title options, title insurance binders, certificate of title, and abstracts, which are property of the borrower. Ooh, it belongs to the borrower. It doesn't belong to the bank. Once the note is paid off, all those documents are yours. They're yours. Sorry. Let's continue, shall we? I don't think we need to know about any water stock certificates or anything like that. At least that's not what my people are interested in. Securities that are property of the borrower will be returned to the borrower. Let's slide on over, y'all, because we too far over. Okay. Also, any assignments of income will be terminated as provided by the assignment form. Delivery of documents at the time of the final payment will be made when payment is in the form of cash. United States Treasury check, cashier's check, certified check, money order, bank draft, and or check issued by an institution determined by the Rural Housing Community Development, don't know what the S stands for, to be financially responsible. The agency will not accept payments in the form of foreign currency, foreign checks, or site drafts. The Community Development Manager will complete the County Office Use section of Exhibit A of this subpart. Upon receipt of final payment, the Community Development Manager will execute the satisfaction of release. So much reading. Unless other indebtedness of the agency is... Next page. Now, I just want y'all to know, because I'm all out. When I was young, my father would take us from California to Louisiana, and we would drive the whole way. No hotels. He had a truck with a camper on the back, and that's where we slept, and that's where we drove. And we did that pretty much almost every summer. And so as we would drive, he would turn on the radio, and we would listen to the radio. And I remember one day this song came on the radio, and a couple other songs would come on the radio, and I'd be singing it. My sister was like, "How do you know this song? This song just came out." I said, "No, it didn't. We've been listening to that the whole time. I listened to that song all the way to Louisiana." And that's when we learned that certain songs were being released back east, and they weren't being released on the West Coast until later. So I grew up driving with my father and listening to songs like this. All right, let's continue. Covered by the mortgage and the mark of the original note with a paid in full legend based upon receipt of the full payment balance of the borrower's account. Remember, it's full payment, computed as the date of the final payment is received.
Let's continue, shall we?
In unusual cases where the insured promissory note is held by a private holder, the Community Development Manager can release the mortgage and deliver the note when it is received. After processing the remittance which paid the account in full, the Finance Office will request the investor to forward the note to the Community Development Manager. We need to forward a copy of the note to the Community Development Manager. We need to find out who that is. When the paid note is delivered to the borrower, other documents will be delivered at the same time. Method of delivery.
Method of delivery, intravenous or through a pipe. Oh, God.
Let's find out. When documents are delivered to the borrower, if a transmittal is used, form RD14-4. Transmittal of documents will be prepared and used for that purpose as provided by the form's manual insert. FMI. Receipt of final payment. Form. Wait a minute. This is the form we've been talking about. Acknowledgement of cash payment will be prepared and provided in subpart B of this chapter, and the form's manual insert for preparing receipts. Cost of recording and filing satisfaction. If state law requires the recording or filing of satisfaction of the mortgagee, it will be accomplished as provided through state supplement. Any costs required to be paid by the government will be paid in accordance to RD Instructions 2024A, Exhibit D. Payment loan costs expense. Otherwise, the form of satisfaction will be delivered to the borrower for recordation at the borrower's expense.
At our expense? They're going to still cost us?
Uh-oh. That's my battery saying, I can't handle no more, y'all. Well, this video is about over. But Stevie wanted to let you know. Stevie, y'all. Sunshine of my life. Songs in the key of life. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to leave you all right here to go and do the rest of the research. Most of the information that I've gathered since I first showed people the first part of this, which is CFR 508, when I found this site and I was showing it to everybody and I told them this is what I wrote, paid to the order of without recourse, most of the other information has come from many of you doing further research. I wish I could tell you that I have time to do all of this research on my own, but I don't. And so we, all of us, need all of us to get this process going. Now, what I'm doing is just giving you a start. So people, light some fire underneath your own anuses and get to moving. Do your own research. Don't wait to see, hey, have you gotten any letter back from them telling them that your loan didn't go through, that they're reversing everything? No! So stop asking me, have they sent anything back? They're not going to. Have you finished your car? You know, when you say you're going to do, no! So stop asking me. Don't wait for me to do something. Ladies and gentlemen, you do it. Don't, somebody, the Victorian warrior or whatever she was, said, let him go out there and be the guinea pig. Let him do it first and then we'll wait and see. Well, you fools, excuse me, not you. I'm talking about the people that think like she did. You all go ahead and you sit back and you wait. You go right ahead and you sit back and you wait. And when they change the system, you wait to see the change. And then by then it's too late. You're using a process that's outdated and it won't work. The only way this is going to change is if we all work together. If we all do this together. So I'm going to suggest we all work together. Didn't want to do that. Wasn't be prudent. So we're going to go here. When I was showing everybody number that's notice and acknowledgement of sale of insured note. That's not what I'm looking for. That's number 4. Oh, these are my boys, y'all. These is the spinners. Now, if y'all don't know about the spinners, it said it takes each and every one of y'all to form a nation. No, it doesn't. It says it takes a fool to learn. And so for those of you who want to wait on somebody else to do something when you can go do it yourself, it takes a fool to learn. And I love this song. Used to listen to it over and over and over again all day long. Because as a child, I used to sit back and I used to sit back and I used to sit back and I used to think and I think and I think and I think and I think. And this stuff allowed me to think. Sorry. It's called the Spinners. If y'all don't know who the Spinners are, they sang songs like Mighty Love. You know, the Spinners. My girl, Gladys Knight, some of y'all know who she is, gave a tribute to them in the End of the Road melody that she did on her album a couple of years ago. And she did her version of this song. So these are my boys. So on that note, we want to say, paid to the order of the United States of America without recourse ain't no joke. It's getting promissory notes paid off. Mortgages are going away by following their process. This is not the Legal Redress Commission process. This is their process. We're going to use their process to bring their process to an end. Y'all get me? Well, I'm so glad y'all got me. But we're going to end this video with letting y'all know it takes a fool to learn. So all of us are learning, because I'm the biggest fool of all. Okay? Let's learn this together. Let's go through this together. Let's change the way this is being done. If everybody discharges their notes, don't charge nobody to do this for them. Show them how to do it so that they can show someone else, so that they can show someone else, so that they can show someone else. Look, if we do all of this now, if we start today and write on mortgages paid to the order of the United States of America without recourse on the front page and print it on every page on the back side of the mortgage note, sign and date the front page, and send it off to the Treasury and have another copy, send that off to the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what they do with the system, because many of you won't have the debt that you have now. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. This was the short version of It Takes a Fool to Learn, and I like the long extended version because I had their album and I also had their 45. Now, I know y'all don't remember the 33s and the 45s. I know y'all don't. LPs. I know some of you do because you go way back like me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for taking the time to be with me this evening for over an hour. As a matter of fact, an hour and 15 minutes. I hope this shows you how mortgages are paid off. So we'll say, please have a nice day, have a nice night, have a nice morning, have a nice afternoon, have a nice weekend, have a nice week, have a nice everything. We will speak to all of y'all's next time. Thank you for joining us here at the Legal Redress Commission at readersright.org, readersright.com. People are telling me that readersright.com, it's not there. Don't worry about that. I'm not really concerned about the .com. It's already, the name is already secured. So I'm not really focusing on the .com right now. I want to stick with readersright.org because
readersright.org
is the official site. And Google. Not Google. I was on Google, but I don't want to be on Google Talk. Skype at redress.right, youtube.com/redressright, and the thctrust.org. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Hey, Helen! Helen! Hey! Look like that redress character that made another video! I don't know what he be doing, but there's something about those beats he be putting together. You know what I'm saying, Helen? Helen, I know you hear me over there. I'm talking to you. Helen, Redress got another video out. Yeah, a new one. I don't know, it ain't came on yet. It's just the introduction. Or the extroduction. I don't know which whatsoever it is. I just know he got another video out. And